the money pools. Take it away. Go ahead.
I'm Ignacio Alvarez. I'm co-founder and CEO of Moneypool. Moneypool is Venmo for Latin America. We realized that collecting money from the people we know sucks. You end up spending too much time sending reminders on the phone, emails, text messages, and then trying to keep track of payments through mental accounting and all that stuff. And it's just time consuming and it's exhausting and nobody wants to do it. So we built Moneypool to help people pool money with their friends and communities for any shared expense. And we're doing this through a group collection strategy because it has a threefold benefit. First of all, the many-to-one collection, it's regarded as a high pain point and something that is worthy of looking for a solution. Also, it has an embedded virality to it because we are acquiring users by the bulk by bringing a group of friends. And we're building social proof in a market that's yet to build trust in online payments. And we have the traction to back this up. In the last 3 years, active users have grown 4x and without any investment in acquisition. That's because the dynamic is that every organic user is bringing 5 invited users to the platform. And revenues are following and even growing faster. In the same period, revenues have grown 5x. It's very easy to start collecting money. You just have to name your pool, invite friends, and start receiving payments. Money is held at Moneypool until you decide to withdraw it to any bank account. So now we're building the next step, which is the Moneypool store. It's a place where people are going to be able to use the money that they have pulled to pay for utility bills, buy from stores, or find and pay local businesses in their network. We are raising our pre-Series A round for 500K in order to increase revenue 4x in the next 6 months. Thank you.
Awesome. Sounds awesome. And you're in Mexico today? Is that?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So are you creating a separate wallet where you actually hold on to people's money that is connected to their bank account, so they load their wallet from their bank account?
Okay, that's it.
On the back end, how do you transfer money around? Is it there's various ways of doing it, but curious how you do it.
So the money incoming comes from debit and credit cards, and we use a payments processor. And then money going out, we connect to the banking system to do it like wire transfers. Everything else is the front end with the user that's built by us.
And what qualifies as revenue for you? That revenue number, what is that? Is it fees?
Yes. So it's fees and interest on balance because we hold the balance and we're generating something for us.
Right. And I don't know, what are interest rates in Mexico like? Because there's 0 over here.
Well, it has been dropping for the last year, but it's about 4%.
Okay.
That is not actually like the money-making feature of this. It's interesting because it's gross margin. It doesn't have any additional cost linked to it. But that's why we're building the Moneypool store, because we know that people are pulling money, holding the money there, and then taking it out to use it somewhere else. So now we're going to bring that in the platform so they can do it inside. And we're going to take a cut of that as well.
Yeah. What's the average balance for one of your active users?
$50.
They've got that money sitting there. But do you want too much money sitting there? Because right now you can only send it to your friends, right? And you can't use it to pay for stuff.
Yeah, not yet. But I would like to say that it's $50 per user, but once money is pulled, you're pulling about 250 because 5 friends get together, and so that increases significantly the amount held.
Yeah, this might be a really dumb question, but there's no Venmo or PayPal?
There is no Venmo, there is PayPal, but the functionality, I think something similar that in the US happened that it just falls short in addressing these kind of transactions.
I mean, it's peer-to-peer, but it's falls short of the quick, the rapid money transfer.
The social aspect to it.
Yeah, right. And then can you talk about some of the areas like you talked about you'll have the paying your bills and paying for vendors, where you are with that, and if you make money off of those vendor relationships as well from the businesses.
Yes, we do. And there's 3 sections that I talked about. One of them is like just paying utility bills. And what we're looking at is that we have a lot of roommates that are splitting bills for electric and then just withdrawing and then paying. So we're just going to bring that inside the platform, and we can make a fee from that service. And also from the store, which is just buying from actual stores, it varies. Some of them can give us like somewhere between 3 and 10% of the sale.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how regulations work in Mexico, but are there regulatory hurdles for you around money transfer?
Yes, there's regulatory hurdles in holding people's money, and this is something that's new. This is a fintech law that passed last year, and we are in that process of getting approved. And everything's going well. We're complying with everything, so there's no.
I guess you're already holding on to money, so you must have the approval to hold on to money today.
Yeah, so there's some nuances to how the law was drafted, but if you were already doing it by a certain date, you were allowed to keep doing it. So that's where we are. But it's just asked for in parallel to ask for the permission and just filling out the forms.
Gotcha. And how are you driving your $0 CAC growth?
So it's just the traffic that comes into it. Since it's a multiplayer game, you have to bring friends. If Mamoon comes in for a barbecue, he's going to bring 5 friends that are going to learn about money pool, how it's used, and what they can use it for. So either them become another group collector, or they can recommend it for a use case. So that's just bringing a natural growth to it.
Cool. I'm curious, what's the split between iOS and Android?
It's more towards iOS. I think that has to do with the way it started. Like the first users that we got, because it grows organically, it's just like people that have iOS devices are more like community, like they're closer. So like they just keep inviting more iOS users.
Cool. Thank you, Nacho.
Thank you, Mamoon.
Awesome.